Majesty, there is. Don Mateo, you inspire not only my children, who love your songs. You have the ability to make a baroness feel like a princess. Your service is outstanding, but your art is truly as stellar as this kingdom. You are indeed my peer.
As only a man who has argued with him and complained about him and got pissed off at him can know. This man has poured his heart and soul into this order, not for himself, but for his beliefs. He serves. He believes in what this is. He pushes it sometimes further than he should and sometimes in ways that he should not, but he pushes it with all his heart because his heart is what drives him. This man is my peer.
He has served in multiple kingdoms. He has been a premier of the White Scarf in North Shield. He's been a bronze ring in the mid-round. He has fought battles on fields that we see and virtual fields that we do not see.
Mateo, I have watched you for years, whether you knew it or not. Part of being a peer as well is inspiring those to live the dream. I have seen this in you. You've inspired in those that are our youth, that are yet to come. My daughter still sings your songs. You've inspired it in me, raising my heart to be better, to be more of an example than those around me, and to fight and strive harder both on and off the field. You are an inspiration, and you, my friend, are a peer and my peer.
I would not be here if you would not inspire me. You have also taught relentlessly not only the rapier crafts, but the parting crafts. And folks will always look up to you and listen when you hear your voice. You guide, you teach, you lead. You are my peer.
While I was queen, I had the honor and the privilege of having this man hold my blade of honor. There is no truer peer in this kingdom when he comes to service and the kindness of his heart. I, as a rose, hold you in the highest regards of friends, rapier fighters, and a true gentleman. I appreciate that. Your Majesty is my peer.
Mateo, back when I was queen second time and I really wanted to do something special for this community, the first man that came to mind was you. I knew you would be able to lead me to inspiration amongst everyone here. And you did it so fabulously that even to today it's still talked about. I wish I could say it was all, but it was you. And I appreciate you so much for that moment. And I really wished at that time that I could have given you something more. Thankfully, Her Majesty, now she can. And you are a way above me in here.
Many years. Sing with the group. They even teach a class at King's College. Thank you.
I've had the benefit of calling this man my friend. Before that, I saw him as my equal. I can't put into words in what high esteem I hold him. There are times when it is my greatest wish to someday be his equal. But the words must be spoken, and yes, this man is my peer.
You are an icon of what we do. You bring such flair and panache to what we love. You have made this rapier peerage possible. Thank you.
Were their rapiers as for their dedication and teaching. These were known as masters of defense. Furthermore, those who distinguish themselves by following the ideals of honor, courtesy, who esteem our laws and customs, and who embody the ideals of nobility are counted as peers. Throughout the known world, the order of defense is growing to become the symbol of peerage among those greatly skilled in the arts of combat with rapiers and other steel weapons.
But here are some ruminations on the subject. They're a bit poetic, but that's me, I suppose. And you're a peer is someone who, when standing by a lake holding a stone, Here's exactly how strong the ripples will be if they cast it, and cast it only in the service of something greater than themselves. A peer is someone who, when holding a sword, never forgets that the line between hero and tyrant is razor thin. A peer is someone who, when walking down the road, never fails to offer their strength to another bearing a burden. A peer is someone who, when holding a torch, uses its fire as a light by which to guide others. That is a peer. For certain. Yes, so there are 5 original cloaks made, because at the time we really weren't sure what we were going to do. And so you will be receiving the 4th cloak out of the set.
A cloak has many purposes. It is used to fight on the field and to flourish in court. Let it remind you that while this is an elite fighting order, your responsibilities and influence go far beyond the field. Their Majesties adorn you with this cloak to remind you just how visible you will be as a master of defense. You will be recognized by all, from across a room or a field. People will watch what you do and say, that is what it means to be a master of defense. What you do today is what everyone else will do next year. It had better be right.
And these masters, your brethren, being present here with you at this time. Item, you shall be true subject to our sovereign Lord King Sven and Lady Queen Antigone, and to the successors, kings and queens of this realm of Ansteorra, and always be ready to spend both your actions and your counsel in the service of their majesties, where they shall command you at all times against their enemies. Item, you shall be true master from this day forward to the last day of your life, loving truth, hating falsehood, and not grudging or disdaining any master or mistress of this order. Item, if it chance that you come to any manner of prize or game, or any kind of play at weapons touching our science, you shall, without respect or favor or hatred of either party, say, speak, and give true judgment of that which you shall see there, even as you would be judged yourself, without respect of either party, declaring the truth and right so nigh as you can or may. Item, you shall be merciful, and whereas you happen to have the upper hand of your enemy, that is to say, without weapon, or under your feet, or his back towards you, then you shall not kill him, saving yourself harmless without danger of death, except it be in the service of the crown. And also, if you hear of any variance betwixt master and master, or master and provost, or provost and provost, or free scholar and free scholar, you shall do the best you can to make them friends, and always to keep the peace if you can. Item, you shall not promise any person learning, but that you do teach him or cause him to be taught, as a master of rights ought to do. That is to say, a scholar like a scholar, a provost like a provost, and a master like a master, to the uttermost of your power, entering in his degrees without hiding from them that which belongeth to them of right. Such ought to be taught the effect of our science, saving the same which shall keep the science out of slander. So swear.
We accept your oath of fealty freely given, and swear to never sacrifice you needlessly.
To reward fealty with love, service with honor, and oath breaking with vengeance. So swear we, Sven, King.
Take me.